Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and I'm so sorry for posting this video so late because I just moved out from my dorm and I just shifted to this new apartment. Probably I'll making a video on that as well. But right now I saw a lot of you have a lot of questions about MEXT scholarship. How did I get it, and what's the process, which way is better to apply for the scholarship and what not. So today, I think it's the day that I'm finally going to sit down and break it down for you and try to answer all of your questions. And I hope it will be helpful for you. And yeah, I really wish to see most of you in Japan. And once you get the scholarship, please do let me know in the comments so that we can have a meet and greet. So without further ado, I think we should start talking about the scholarship and how did I get it and how can you apply for it. So yeah, let's get started. Also, I'm so sorry guys that I didn't wish you Shubh Navratri. So happy Navratri to all of you. May Mata Rani bless you. You get the scholarship and I hope to see you in Japan. And once you come to Japan, do work hard and keep up the scholarship and get to work here and yeah, make your life better. So let's talk about MEXT. MEXT Scholarship is a program that is fully funded by Japanese government to support international students, and you get the monthly stipend in MEXT Scholarship. Also, airfare is also covered by the Japanese government. So here are some available programs that MEXT offers: undergraduate student, research students, graduate level, masters and PhD, teachers training student, College of Technology students, specialized training college students, Japanese studies students. Just to let you know, guys, MEX is not the only fully funded scholarship that is available in Japan for international students. There are other scholarships like JICA, JERA, ADB, which gives you fully funded support and airfare as well, and you get the monthly stipend. So, Japanese language skills are optional, they are not required, but it will give you a huge boost in your application if you know Japanese language. So, it's a good plus, but it is not necessary. So, if you don't know the language, you can still apply for your courses. It's absolutely fine. Now, let's understand the types of MEX scholarship. So, there are two types of MEXT application. Number one, embassy track. Number second, university track. So, for the embassy track, application starts from April to May, and then the first screening with written exams and interview happens in July and August. The first screening result is announced in September or October, and then from October to December, the university placement and final submissions happens, like which university you are selecting, and all your research proposal submission happens during October and October to December. From January to February, there is final selection process, and from March to April, you get the selection result, whether you are selected for MEXT or you are not selected for MEXT. So again, it's a whole 1 year process for embassy track as well. If you get selected through embassy track, you will either come to Japan in April or September. That depends on your course. So for university track, it is better if you send your proposal a year prior. If you are applying for MEX scholarships, some universities also suggest to send your proposals during July and August. And from September to December, the application starts for the university. And in March and April, you receive the result of your application on university portal. From June, July, you get the final MEX result via university, and in September your arrival in Japan. So for the university track, it might look a little simpler, but it is also kind of same as embassy. But the good part is that you'll be constantly communicating with the university, so it makes your step a little bit easier than the embassy track. What are the documents that are required for MEX scholarship? So number one, application form. Again, for embassy track, you can find the application form on the website itself, but for the university track, you need to submit your research proposal and all the documents through the university portal. So the application process differs from the university to embassy. So, field of study and research plans. So, here you have to be very concise with your research, and you have to provide a good quality research so that university or embassy know that why your research is so important to for you to study in Japan. So, please be careful with that. Number three, we have recommendation form from your employer or your teacher. So if you're a person who is working right now, you need to have a recommendation letter from your employer, or if you are a student, then you need to have a recommendation letter from your teacher. Later on, for the students, the university or embassy might ask you to get one more recommendation letter from the higher authorities like chairperson. For the certification of health, you need to download again the format that is provided, and most important, transcript and degree. So please prepare your transcript and degree before applying to the MEXT scholarship, because these things that are needed to be submitted there. You may require some additional documents depending on your country and case. So before we start, I just want to let you know that I have only applied for masters. So I will mostly tell you about the process for the master's degree. As for the undergrad related question, I will try to answer to the best of my knowledge. So one important tip from my side, that universities application starts from the fall term, which means September, and I think most of the universities have opened their portals. So you should go there and apply through the university portals, and yeah, get your documents ready, and I hope you land on some scholarships. Good luck for that. And yeah, please don't get late into this. I believe that the faster you apply, the better you get the chances to land on some scholarship. So here is the first comment. Can you please explain me how to start preparing for MEXT and how to apply for universities, and how did you fill the application form for it? Okay, start early, first of all. So first, start your preparation at least 6 to 8 months before the application deadline. Research the MEXT requirements, eligibility, and the documents you'll need. Some of the basic documents you'll need to submit are: first, application forms; second, field of study and research plan; third, recommendation form from your employer or your teacher; and the fourth one is certification of health. Gather all those necessary documents like your degree, transcript, recommendation letter, and your research plan. Your research plan should be clear, concise, and well structured. MEXT has its own format for all the forms, so please make sure you go to the Japan Embassy website of your respective country to check the eligibility criteria, the timeline for the application process, and download the application forms. It's easy, you can find on the website everything. So MEXT might have a separate examination as well, which you will have to check on the website because it differs from country to country. For some country, it might not even have the exam. Please check the website for the same. Second, research university. So what you have to do next is shortlist the universities in Japan that offer your desired program and MEXT scholarship. Look for the professors whose research aligns with your interest, as you'll need their acceptance letter. Please take this step very seriously. Contact professors. Once you have your documents ready, reach out to the professors at the university you are interested in. Express your interest in their research and request a letter of acceptance. Some tips I can provide you for the research plan is to align your research with the research interest of the professor at the university you are applying to. Make sure to research a proper research gap in whatever topic you choose. Make your research very relevant. If your research proposal is not relevant from your background and the current application, it might be a negative point for your application. Fill the application form. When filling out the application form, be thorough and precise. Highlight your academic achievements, research experience, and why you want to study in Japan. And type it. I made a mistake of filling it by hand, so please do not make this mistake. Submit your application by going to Japan Embassy of your respective country, and then just wait, and I hope you get it. For university, which is my favorite personally, you need to apply through the admission portal of the university. Note that every university have different selection criteria, application process, and it's better to find out your desired university and then apply through their admission portal. I'm reminding you again that application will probably start from September in the fall term, starting early. Being thorough with your research and staying organized are the key to success in securing MEXT scholarship. Good luck for your application. Next comment we have, do only students who have good CGPA are selected? The criteria given on the website is student having 70% and above. By the way, I'm asking for the research student. While having a good CGPA is important for the MEXT scholarship, it's not the only factor in the selection process. If we talk about the university track, the scholarship committee also considers your research plan, recommendation letter, academic background, and overall potential. A lower CGPA doesn't automatically disqualifies you if other aspects of your application are strong. It's crucial to focus on presenting a well-rounded application that highlights your strength, experience, and why you are a good fit for studying in Japan. So the next question is, okay, so it's quite a long question, but yeah, I'll try to read it nicely. Hey, I have a question. I am from India and I'm currently studying in class 11 this year. My question is, if I apply for MEXT after finishing my 12th board, then I'll have to waste my 1 year doing nothing and get called to study in Japan after 1 year. Is there any way I can apply when past class 11? Then I'll be able to go to Japan next year, the very time I pass class 12. And tell me which subject I must focus on from now to get on the scholarship. I have opted commerce in class 11th. Is it compulsory to give math and Japanese exam? Is it so difficult or easy to get the scholarship? What things I should do so that I can ensure that I'll get the scholarship 2 years later? So thank you guys, thank you so much for all your questions, and yeah, thank you for writing these big comments, and I'm sorry if I didn't read it correctly. Okay, let me break it down and try to answer nicely for this one. So application timing, unfortunately, if you apply for the MEXT scholarship after 12th grade, there might be a year gap before you start studying in Japan. The application process usually begins a year before the start of the academic year in Japan. Therefore, you would need to wait for the next academic year to begin after your 12th board exam. So applying after 11th grade, you cannot apply for the undergraduate MEXT scholarship immediately after 11th grade. The scholarship requires you to have completed 12th grade before you begin your studies in Japan. So even if you apply after 11th grade, you'd still have to finish 12th because you need to submit your transcript, and I think you cannot get your mark sheet before your board results. I'm sorry, but I'm not really sure on this one. Subjects to focus on. Since you've opted for commerce, focus on the subject like economics, business studies, and accountancy, as these will align with your potential areas of studies in Japan. As I said, relevancy matters. Additionally, strong English skills are crucial for both the application and the future studies. And Japanese and maths exams. The requirement to take Japanese and maths exams depends on the course you are applying for. If you are applying for commerce related fields, maths may be required, but Japanese is typically only required for those enrolling in Japanese language or culture studies. Even if it's not mandatory, learning some basic Japanese can help your application and your life in Japan. So we have one more question from the same person. I am from commerce stream, but can I take College of Technology? What subjects are asked in the MEXT exam, and what is the level of hardness of the question? Is the level of question being class 12th of India? Can I give MEXT exam in class 11th? Is Japanese necessary? How long it will take to learn Japanese to pass the exam? Is maths compulsory exam? Can I apply for STC and undergraduate both at the same year? Again, a very long question, but let me try to break it down because I can totally understand how it feels when you are trying to apply for some colleges and you just want someone to guide you who has already been there. So, yeah, let me try to break it down again. So, Commerce stream and College of Technology. Typically, the College of Technology under MEXT is more suited for students with a science background or technical background. Considering that you are coming from the commerce stream, and if you go for the technology, I think it's going to be way more difficult for you because your background will have no relevancy, and this is going to be a very big negative factor in your application. And you will be competing against people who might be going for the double graduation in Japan for technical courses, or who have done their first graduation in technology. So, yeah, please avoid doing that. Your second doubt is subjects asked in MEXT exams. For the undergraduate program, subjects usually includes English, mathematics, and science for science-related fields. For commerce-related fields, you may need to focus on maths and English. So, difficulty level. Sorry, I don't want to demotivate you, but it is one of the most difficult scholarship to get. Every year, more than 100,000 international students apply for MEXT scholarship and only 9,000 obtain it. That means only 9 out of 100 students succeed. But yeah, if you got the will, you are going to get it. And your another doubt is Japanese language requirement. Japanese language is not mandatory, but learning Japanese language might increase your chances or strengthen your application, as I said earlier. It typically takes 6 months to 2 years to learn basic to intermediate Japanese depending on your studying pace. Maths requirement. Maths is generally required for most programs including commerce, and applying for both STC and undergraduate. You can only apply for one category, either STC or undergraduate at a time, not both. Things to take care of once you receive the scholarship. You will need to maintain a CGPA, which will require you to focus a lot on your academics. So don't think that once you receive the scholarship, it will be a piece of cake. So be ready to study hard. I know you will make it, and wishing you all the luck. And application have started, so please go ahead and apply. Yeah, don't get scared.